Hello and welcome back to the survival series. In the previous episode we built this starter house, as well as explored the seed and found it was incredibly cool. There are literally like 4 or 5 villages in this area alone. Today I hope to get proper equipment going, and for that I'm going to need to build a nice blacksmith sort of foundry as well as a quarry to mine all my resources from. This is a bit embarrassing. Turns out I filmed the first part of this episode and OBS wasn't on. So all I've got is the flashback mod recordings and I'm going to have to narrate over them. But I'll tell you what I did. Not only did I do the interior for the upstairs of the house, but I also decorated and built up a large quarry mining area. But instead of building all this out, I think I'm going to build an ironworks up here to link in with the quarry. But before we do anything, I must connect this area up by path, so I've dug out a little space. I'm going to fill that with coarse dirt so it's all connected up. Adding paths to your world really does improve the whole area. And now just in with the slabs to make the whole thing much nicer to walk up. And that there's a simple path that connects everything together. So once again I'm back in the river, collecting all the resources I need to build the next building. I'm going to use a very similar block palette to the other one, because I want to make the whole area here feel cohesive. But due to the fact the building doesn't have any interior living space, it's going to be slightly different, and it will feel distinct. Okay, so I think this should be most of the resources I need. There's also just some random rubbish in here as well. But ready to start working on this. Okay, so we finally finished the building, although there are a few details we haven't quite done yet. One of the things I was going to mention though is that I had to stop and start that recording quite a few times because I kept running out of resources that ended up being a lot more material intensive than I thought it would be. But we're done now, so that's all good. Now I may well end up planting a big field. Okay, so the crops have now been planted, but unfortunately while I was doing that, I realised I'm not really a massive fan of how this area is looking down here. So what I think I'm going to do is pop into a creative world and figure out how I can make it look a bit better. Okay, so I've made a design in creative and I've got it in my world in Matica. It's currently hidden. But I'm going to need a lot of spruce logs, so I'm going to start gathering resources now and I'll see you in a minute. So while I was out looking for some dark oak, I came across this really cool looking mine shaft, and although I'm not going to go into it now, I am going to take down the coordinates because it's something I want to come back to later. So now the mines are fully built up, we've got somewhere for workers to sleep, quick access to the storage, and a large storage barn over here, as well as cranes to lift resources straight out of the mine. Right, this is much better than it was looking earlier in the episode, so I'm really happy with how this has turned out. But now with all that done, start getting some gear, because frankly, this isn't good enough. But in order to craft better gear, we first need to do the interior of the forge, as we need somewhere to make it. I'm going to do this as we go, so it may end up looking completely rubbish, but let's just see. So there we have it, I've now got a diamond sword and a diamond pickaxe crafted up, and this area is really starting to come together with the blacksmith. Particularly like the view over the mine here, I think it's really framed nicely when you come through this doorway. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this area started to come together. There's obviously a lot of work still needing to be done, sort of tying things in. I'll probably put some storage barns and stuff over here. But it's all starting to look a lot more built up. And I'm really looking forward to getting more work done on this area in the future. Okay, so if anyone's wondering how I got this sword to work here, I'm actually using the armor stands mod. So if I just click over here, I should be able to connect to the armor stand. There we go. And this is just a mod that allows us to pose armor stands and make them visible. See, the armor stands actually pose like that. Now, before I go, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this, and if you haven't for whatever reason seen the first episode, it's going to be on the end screen right now, so go watch that.